y'all, we're going to be making, what am I making?
I think you're making
I'm making
fruitcake.
Fruitcake.
Because it's the big fruitcake bake-off.
That's right. It's the big fruitcake bake-off. And looks like you've got your ingredients there.
Yes, I sure do. There we go. My ingredients are
I've
all
got
lined
my
up.
ingredients right here.
Mine are all lined up. Okay, so, and we've got our Polly perking away over there. That's always, you can't have a Christmas cooking bake-off or a holiday cooking bake-off with Paula Dean if you don't have the Polly Perk already popping.
That's right, y'all. Let's get this movable beast underway, shall we?
Fabulous.
So, what we need is some flour, perhaps.
Yes. Why don't you start with your ingredients?
Okay, well, here we go. My ingredients are rather simple. A couple of week-old tart strawberries. Just go ahead and dump that right in the bowl.
Oh, you just dump them in.
Just dump them in, and then lots of. I should say the bowl's already been pre-prepared. We have all of the other dry ingredients already in, and so we're just going to go ahead and dump in. That was about 3 cups of sugar, and then the spices. You know, the secret to my holiday fruitcake is that I always use bay leaf and everything. I find that gives it a nice little kick. So we're going to throw in the bay leaf, and then we throw in all of our spices and such, and then you have to just and then you have to just whip that all into shape. It's fab. Oh, there we go. Well, there we go. And then the most important thing for a holiday fruitcake, what is it?
Booze.
And so today we ran out of rum. So what are we using? We're using the good old-fashioned kind, the old-fashioned JD.
We only use Tennessee whiskey from the south of Tennessee, because I'm from the south.
Now it's important because everybody.
Sometimes for the holidays, and we're using camera 2 now, sometimes for the holidays, you have some people that are maybe in recovery, so it's important that you go a little light on this. Most of it will burn up in the, you know, when you're cooking it up in the oven, most of the booze is just going to go ahead and burn right off. And
as it sits in the freezer.
Yes, that's true.
And so there we go. It's just going a little light on that. Maybe another spot. Just you want to sip? There we go. And I'll take one too.
Ooh. Well, good morning, y'all.
Howdy. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and cook this up. Now,
whip her in.
What do we do?
Need a pan.
I need a pan.
And we've got our oven preheated here to 450 degrees.
Oven's preheated to 450 degrees. That's right.
Best if y'all use a covered baking dish.
Yes, that is best. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to pour this batter in. And it's got to go like that so it doesn't just splatter everywhere. And
dump it in, I guess.
Dump it in and make sure that you dash more for good measure. Yeah, here we go. And then go ahead and open up that oven door for me. Thanks so much, darling. We're down the top rack. Always on the top rack, especially if you have a conventional oven. If you have a convection oven, it doesn't really matter what rack you put it in. But this is a nice, healthy batter. It's a very thick batter, and so it's going to take a little while to cook. So don't put it in the center because then it's going to puff up in the middle, and it'll never cook properly. And
that's right. And I find using a convection oven shaves about 20 minutes off your baking time.
It does, but that takes a little time.
350.
But that takes a little bit of our cocktail time away.
That's right. So let's change it to the baking mode.
Let's change it to the baking mode. Let's go in the other room and just
let's do that.
For a minute.
No, I'm going to prepare my whipped cream for my fruit cake.
Oh, fabulous! I love that idea.
And of course, my fruit cake, we can't show you making it because I made mine 3 months ago. It's been keeping in the freezer for a long time.
Now, I've always, I used to take some blackberry brandy or a little cherry brandy.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
And what I do is I soak the cheesecloth, and then I wrap the cheesecloth around the fruitcake.
Sure.
And I find that you don't even have to refrigerate it if you do it that way. It kind of pickles itself.
Oh.
I just love it down here in the South with Paula because she's got all kinds of wild critters.
That's right, including my husband.
There were a couple running around naked out back a little bit earlier, but
I don't know what we're talking about.
What are we doing? You know what else that's good for? Oh, well, that's another conversation.
That's another conversation. That's a different network, darling. Howdy, y'all. All right, y'all. So what I'm going to be doing here is making my famous lemon whipped cream.
Lemon whipped cream, that sounds good. Look at this. Now, this is another tool that could be used in multiple rooms of the home.
Yes, that's called a reamer.
Well,
And it's called that in other uses too.
aptly named the reamer.
So what we're using here is 1 carton, which is just a full pint of heavy whipping cream. Let's pour him all in there. Do you want to lick the rest out?
I'd like to, yeah, that's nice.
Real tasty. And also, oh dear, we're going to use just a good handful of Splenda or
That was a
two.
nice swig, thank you.
My pleasure. I like to make mine nice and sweet. And what I'm using here is the bacon Splenda. Darling,
Garbage is
really
there. It is,
getting
of
away
course.
from the camera.
Of course, she's got to have everything just so, just like that. Martha's bitch.
Now what's great about Splenda, and this is how I've lost the majority of my weight, is that there's no carbohydrates in this sugar. It's wonderful. So we've got our 3 handfuls of sugar in there. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to grate some lemon zest right into the bowl. This is one of my favorite tools in the whole kitchen.
I know, when I was wrapping Pampered Chet, that was one of the ones that flew off the shelf. Literally.
Absolutely. Oops, we don't want to put the sticker
No,
in
don't
there.
put the sticker in.
Generally.
Well, you can stick things, but don't put the sticker in the whipped cream.
That's right.
Well, I don't know about that.
We could go on all day, y'all.
We certainly could.
All right. I use a strainer there to catch any of the seed that might come out. And just ream it real good. Look at all that juice coming out
It
there.
is juicy. It looks like something else I've seen.
It's sort of lippy, isn't it?
Lippy and juicy
And smells a little bitter.
you know, we're really kind of in your territory right now, but someday soon we're gonna move it into the bedroom, and then I'll be one up on you.
That's right.
That's what this
You
is
got
about.
it. Still a little creamy.
And you know what's really nice about these insertables is that you can go ahead. You don't have to worry about. Oh, that's lovely.
I think that's perfect.
You don't have to worry about losing a finger to that.
That's absolutely right. We'll give him a good tap and a good lick.
Paula, you're falling behind on our old-fashioned whiskey toast.
Oh, that's delicious. Well, I can't help it, Mrs. P. I'm covered in cream. Now, I've got my fruitcake already out of the freezer.
Because again, you did yours well in advance.
That's right.
Because you're uber prepared.
And I've got him ready to go. And what I generally do is I just give him a nice dollop right on top, and he's all set to go. Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to the show.
Yes,
the Holiday
welcome.
Mrs. Peterson Cook-Off, Bake-Off
Yes.
for the holiday season. Well, I just brought ours out. We've actually started to destroy it just a little bit, munching along.
We couldn't even get to the fireside room. We
Oh,
couldn't even get here.
Let me tell you, this was some delicious cake. What do you think?
Oh, this is the best fruit cake I think I've ever tasted.
But you know, it's not up
fantastic.
to us. It's actually up to our viewers.
It is. We're going to expect you to comment and tell us which fruitcake you think should win this year's holiday bake-off between Mrs. Peterson and Paula Dean. And here's
Oh my God,
fruitcake.
that is fabulous.
You like? But see, there's my artistic interpretation is Liberace. He was about the fruitiest of them all, wasn't he? So go ahead, America, or the world. You weigh in on this. Who wins the holiday bake-off? Is it Paula Jean
That's
or
me,
Mrs.
y'all.
P?
Liberace or tasteful and classy?
Well, I wouldn't call it that.
Y'all decide about
Happy
now.
holidays!
And as I always say, best dishes from our kitchen to yours, not y'all.